A good late morning Sunday, May the 12th. Roger Hill with the VELCO Weather Hazards Outlook. Looking at the big picture, we continue to see just multiple weak weather systems pushing into the northeast United States, generally weakening, and a lot of weather generally on the cloudy and showery side, and indeed that's what we have going on today. You can see these showers are in progress across parts of New York and into the mostly western parts of Vermont, a little bit more favored into southern Vermont as well. This is keeping temperatures down, of course, and this weather pattern is just something that has just absolutely been stuck, and I don't see a whole lot of improvement. There is some possible improvement maybe at the end of next week. We're talking not until somewhere along about Friday, but even Friday has still a shot of a little bit of shower activity. However, we'll take a look at the computer modeling world to factor that out, but I do not see a whole lot of improvement here. The potential along about the end of next week is going to be about it. You're looking at water vapor now imagery overlaid with temperatures, and you can see there's not a lot of dry air. The only real dry air you can see is well off the coast here, off the Carolinas and out to sea. A little bit in parts of the southwest deserts and, of course, into Baja and the Sonoran Desert of Mexico. But that's about it. It's a pretty moist scenario, a lot of cloud cover, a lot of moisture, and little spritzy light rain showers will be the rule. The only one day of impacts potentially for utilities we'll have to watch is going to be tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on Tuesday afternoon, where we can have some scattered embedded thunderstorm activity embedded within rain showers. And we could see one or two of the thunderstorms maybe potentially reach strong levels where wind gusts might reach up around 40 miles per hour. We're also going into full leaf out now, and even in some of the northern higher terrain, starting to see leaves unfurl, and so that sets up a slightly lower thresholds for winds, the typical summer-like pattern. The worry, of course, with any strong winds produced by thunderstorms, gradient winds this time of year are pretty much not a thing to worry about. And on to the modeling. On the left-hand side, we have the European modeling, but this is the AI modeling, so artificial intelligence, machine learning. It definitely is showing much better longer range conditions, much more accurate. On the right-hand side, we have the GFS ensemble. What we're looking at here, of course, is showers in the area. Can't miss that. What else is new? We do have the showers that then fall apart once we get past about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight. Looks like things dry out temporarily. Again, very big word, temporarily. We're going to see this pretty much off and on, where nights are going to see the least amount of precip, daytimes the most. So here comes the next shot. This is valid 8 o'clock tomorrow morning on Monday. And you can see that by in the afternoon, we have more showers in the area. Then as we get into Tuesday, we have this more potent storm system. A little bit more things going on here with this kind of frontal boundary kind of interacting with the moisture that's swinging in associated with this fairly weak area of low pressure. Same thing on the GFS ensemble. This takes place on Tuesday. That would be Wednesday morning. So going back here into Tuesday afternoon is our real main issue here for thunderstorms. And it looks like most of these would be in areas mainly in northern areas, a little less in central and southern areas. The GFS ensemble has it pretty much right across the entire state. We'll figure that out as we get closer in time with the next heads up. And you can see this area of low pressure that goes off the coast. It gets a little bit colder by that point in time, and then conditions also supporting a little bit more in the way of precip. But then we kind of scatter the showers out again. Now this is Friday. That's Friday morning. This is Friday afternoon. You can see that at least on the AI version of the European deterministic model, you can see that it's mostly over New Hampshire, a little bit too close to cut it, but we might eke out probably the driest day on Friday. By Friday afternoon, this is continuing over the White Mountains as it's indicated. GFS ensemble says, it's going to be fairly wet, but this is just kind of working its way toward climatology at this point. So we continue along here. This is Saturday beyond the outlook period. You can see that we're in for more showers. What else is new? A little bit of a break on potentially on Sunday. And the AI version here capturing that going into Monday as well as into Tuesday. By the time we hit basically very late in the day, Tuesday, we have something encroaching. GFS ensemble at this point is kind of useless. Working with this, we'll just continue this. You can see another round of precipitation. This would be midweek next week, the 22nd of May, well beyond the outlook period. And then we get into what looks to be the best break that I've seen yet. And this is finally an area of higher pressure, 1031 hectopascals. Colder air to the north and east of our region. And notice there's a little bit more colder air working in across northwestern Canada. This is going to stay to the north, and I think things are going to relax and get a little bit more summery eventually, but not quite yet. We're still into what looks to be a relatively cool and active May, but eventually we do get into some much better conditions. So finally, a break in what has been a almost daily shower routine, and occasionally throw in a little bit of thunder with that as well. And much like I've been talking about, look at the noise in the system. There's only one dry period, that's at night. That's tonight. And then we're back into more shower activity. And it just is, like I say, a continued string of days featuring a little bit of rain shower activity, a little bit more robust potential thunderstorm activity on Tuesday. Looking at the total QPF, it looks like this. And you can see that we're over an inch by the time we get into the mid to late part of the week. And then we're climbing continually thereafter with this fairly wet weather period, although no real big deluge is indicated. Looking at 850 temperatures, nothing to worry about there. We're above the 0-degree isotherm. Close, but no cigar. A little bit of wet snowflake action potentially tonight across the upper terrain of the Green Mountains. Maybe a couple wet snowflakes, no big deal. And then we see those temperatures make a nice rise. Now that doesn't really happen at the surface, but more aloft. And in terms of precipitable water, the highest maximums basically along about Tuesday into Wednesday, coinciding with those thunderstorm potentials. And looking at Cape, you'll kind of see a little bit of an indication there. Laying Cape over shear. Is it severe? 35, 40 knots of shear will get probably some gusty winds near thresholds, maybe surpassing thresholds. So a heads up will be issued for Tuesday afternoon. Total precipitation for the next 7 days by the Weather Prediction Center, showing about 1.5 inches here on the brown line. This is 2-inch amounts, so a little bit more across the Albany-Schenectady area into southern Vermont and also toward Mount Washington, etc. We're looking at drier conditions to the north and drier conditions well off the coast. 2-meter temperature anomalies. You're seeing warmer than normal temperatures up to the north of us. That's causing the jet stream to be more suppressed and kind of an active gravy train of moisture, keeping the temperatures air-cooled a little bit here. Next 5 days of meteorological output statistics, MOS, shows near neutral here. So we're trying to warm things up to basically neutral. Looking at a closer shot here, Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Thanks for watching.